Studios podcast, week 3, I think we're on. And next to me is my co-founder, Teresa Ecom, all the way from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Kia ora, Teresa. How are you today?
Kia ora, Helen. I'm very well. How about you?
Super fantastic and sparkling, thank you.
Awesome.
So here we go for week 3. I hope you guys are ready. We've got some good notes for you this week. So one of the biggest mistakes people make with AI content is treating every platform the same. Same prompt, same post, same result. Today we're talking about how AI adapts by platform, how to prompt it properly for LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and how to avoid reposting duplicates while still working efficiently. This is about using AI with intention, not volume. And our first question today is, can AI adapt tone by platform? So Teresa, what's our answer for that one?
Well, Helen, AI adapts tone based on instructions, not intuition. We need to
Yes, we've learned
remember
it
that,
doesn't have an
right?
intuition.
And then without platform context, AI defaults to generic output. So, that old saying about garbage in, garbage out. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
could also just say vague in, vague out.
Oh, that's a good one.
So tone, pacing, and structure does change by platform. So each platform audience expects something different, and you have to give the AI a clue about what that means. So, which means clear prompting produces platform native content. It will write it splendidly. Just give it a chance, but you have to tell it. So, platform mismatch um, lowers engagement and credibility because the audience listening or paying attention or reading the information is going to go, it's not quite right. But quite frankly, they'll glance at it and they'll go, yeah, not quite right, and they won't even notice that. They'll just keep going because it didn't give them the tone that they were expecting. So AI only works well when it understands where the context will live. So give it the context.
And our practical takeaway from that is always tell always tell AI the platform, audience, and intent before asking it to write. That way you won't get vague in and vague out. I like that sentence.
Yeah. So our next question, Helen, is how do I prompt AI for LinkedIn posts in that case?
Oh, so LinkedIn is very much the professional tone, and that's what matters more than personality, which is a little hard when you got me, who's super fantastic and sparkling, trying to put that into a professional tone. But LinkedIn rewards insight, clarity, and credibility. Its structure improves readability and authority, and value must be obvious quickly. This one is where you've got 100 to 300 words, but you still have to capture them at the beginning with that. So LinkedIn audience expect thought leadership, not casual posting. So for somebody like me who's completely casual, take me as you see me, I am who I am, AI helps me get that professional voice. Even though it's still in a casual way, it still sounds professional at the same time.
And AI is amazing at that. So I'm often blown
Mhm.
away by how well the ones that I use have gotten to know my style. And so if I say, write this in my tone and my voice, and
Yep.
make sure it fits the platform that I just told you.
It's amazing how professional I sound while being casual at the same time. That's
Yeah,
what just amazes me about when we put the prompt in there and be very clear and concise on what we want, and the
Mhm.
platform that we're using, and I've trained ChatGPT to write in my tone and my voice, and so without the frog in the throat, of course. So
Oh dear.
I should not make myself laugh. Um, but it's amazing how it comes back with something that people would expect to hear from me in my voice, and at the same time, it sounds completely professional.
Yes. Yes.
So, what's our
So
practical takeaway?
the practical takeaway in this case is prompt AI with audience, insight, and outcome. So ask for a strong hook and one clear takeaway.
Oh, I love that. Now,
So,
our next question is, how do I prompt AI for Instagram captions?
Oh, now we get to go to Instagram. Instagram's my favorite platform. So that's interesting. I always wonder, do people actually read the captions? But you know what, Helen? Well, at least I do. Sometimes I'll
I
click
do
on them.
on some if I want more information than what I'm seeing on the image or the reel.
Right, right. Well, sometimes I'll do that just because I want to. What did they have in mind with this anyway? So Instagram, as you might guess, is emotional and relational. We love pictures, we love visual input. And so sometimes if the image doesn't quite make sense, I want to know what the caption is. What did they have in mind anyway? Storytelling outperforms instruction.
Oh, yes.
And you know, Helen, I think I kind of like storytelling myself, even if it's for LinkedIn. I guess for LinkedIn, though, if you just keep it more professional in tone, the storytelling does make sense.
Mhm.
So, and warm conversational tone matters, and your calls to action should feel natural. So, if you give this wonderful, amazing storytelling picture, and then you say, "Okay, now please buy our stuff," like, mm.
Yeah, message mismatch.
Ew. Right.
It's like putting it like sending somebody a birthday card. You know, if you're an insurance company, a real estate agent, whatever trade you're in, sending somebody a birthday card for their business and saying, "Hey, give us a call if you want to sell your house. Give us a call to update your insurance." And it's sort of like, "Ooh, it's my birthday. Celebrate my birthday. Don't shower me with advertisements on my birthday."
Exactly.
Yes.
So this is important because Instagram users connect with people, not explanations. So
Yes.
it can still be instructive. You can use your content to explain something, but now if you're not inclined towards that style of communication, just keep that in mind. But as we're talking about, Helen, you don't have to change who you are. You can just say, okay, please write this in a way that Instagram users will love
Yes.
and still
Now,
sounds like
there is one sort of reel that really hacks me off when they do this, is they
oh,
put clips from TV series or movies in there, and you get so engrossed in the clip that's playing, go, man, I really love to see that movie or that TV show, and it's not mentioned anywhere. And
yes,
so you go
I
into the
agree.
comments to see if anybody's put what this movie is, and a lot of them are like criticizing the clip because it doesn't properly portray a police procedure or a fire department procedure or a doctor's procedure or anything like that. And you're going through all of this. And I'm like, I just want to know the name of the movie or the TV show. You've dangled this huge cat. Now, me being a huge movie buff, I love watching movies. And so if I
Mhm,
see a clip and go, oh, that looks really cool. What movie is that from? Then I can go
mhm.
and look it up and see if I've seen it before or if, because I've watched a lot of movies over the years and some I remember, some I don't. Or is it one that I haven't seen before and I'd like to see? And they
Yeah,
don't mention the name of if you are putting up a clip for a movie or a TV series, please put in the hashtag what movie or TV series it is from. Because
or
I am not the only one out there. You see a whole bunch of comments in there going, what's the name of the movie? What's the name of the movie? I hate it when people post stuff and don't put the name of the movie.
well, maybe they do that on purpose. Probably we could take a picture. You could take a screenshot of it and go over to your favorite LLM and say, "What movie is this?" For crying out loud.
I
Yes.
might try that next time. Um, so the practical takeaway is ask AI to write conversational, story-driven captions and end with a reflective question.
Oh, I love that. A reflective question. Very nice.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Helen. So, how do I prompt AI for TikTok scripts?
Oh, I love doing it. I don't do them as much as I would like, but I love doing TikTok. I love getting in there and seeing what's going on. But TikTok is fast. It is
Mhm.
spoken and curiosity driven. So you've got to hooks matter more than polish. You've got to get their attention in like 2 seconds because they're sitting there and oops, sorry, and they're doing the scrolling thing.
Mhm.
You've got to be able to stop the scroll with what it is that you put there. So remember, it's fast. And there's times I've gone back looking for TikToks in the past. So now what I do if I want to save a TikTok, rather than hitting this, I hit the save button, but I will also Facebook message it to myself as well, so I can go back and watch it later.
That's a good
Um,
plan.
especially if I'm going to have to stop partway through the little video and thing, or I want to go and take notes on the video. I have to go and save it to come back to it later. So hooks matter more than polish. Scripts should sound natural out loud. So if you're looking at a script that you're going to be using, read it, practice it out loud first. Does it sound right? Do I need to change anything? And even though AI may have created it for you, does it sound natural? Does it sound like something you would say? Right. There's been times that spat out things and I look at this and I read it out and I go to ChatGPT and go, this needs more sparkle. This doesn't sound like me at all. And ChatGPT goes, you are so right, Helen. This is very lacking in the sparkle. Let me sparkle this up a little bit for you. So it goes and puts some sparkle in it, and we make a couple of tweaks here and there, and then we've got it down pat. But short sentences keep attention. Don't rabbit on. You want short, sharp, crisp. And like we said, hooks matter more than polish. And this is important because TikTok punishes overthinking and rewards clarity and energy.
Well, based on that, maybe I should spend more time on TikTok. Because I love overthinking, or I hate it, I suppose.
Probably why I like TikTok so much.
I think TikTok, though, I do like going on there. I think what I don't like about TikTok is that its algorithm addiction works super well. Because I go on there, I make my videos, and go, oh, goody, I'm done. And then I start scrolling and going, well, that's kind of cool. And oh, that's dang it.
Yep, been there, done that many times, many times. And sometimes I look up and it's like, oh, yeah, I was supposed to go to bed an hour ago.
Oh, no.
So what's our practical takeaway for this?
Well, if you prompt AI for 15 to 30-second scripts with a bold opening language and simple no, let's try that again. With a bold opening line and simple language. Let's keep it simple, please.
Yes.
So you want to grab their attention right away. So tell AI this is what it needs. It needs to be a 15 to 30-second script. Although Helen, I've had to coach ChatGPT on this because it says, "Oh, here's a minute-long script." And I go, well, I'm done in 30 seconds.
Or it turns around and says, here's a minute-long script and it's 3 pages long.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before. So yeah, but it's getting better now that when you specify the 15 to 30 seconds, it's getting better. And if you find that it's too short and you want a little padding in there, just put some breaths in between each sentence and that'll extend it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Teza, can AI help with Facebook group posts?
Well, that's an interesting question, of course. But so, all right, so now we switched a little bit from just like Facebook main feed to the groups that you participate in or like to read. So you need to give it some context. So Facebook groups, unlike maybe your main feed, they reward conversation because that's what the group is for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So polished marketing underperforms.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that's not very conversational. So, and story-driven prompts work best. So AI should help you support discussion, not dominate it. Well, I don't know. I kind of know.
You want it to trigger conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is important because groups thrive on participation, not performance.
Absolutely.
So this whole thing about being who you are, being natural, speaking the way you speak, is especially helpful in Facebook because, well, think of it this way. Another way to think about it, Helen, is you wouldn't go join a Facebook group that you weren't interested in.
Correct.
I mean, right? So
I'm not interested in underwater basket weaving, so why would I go join one?
Yeah, right?
I want to find where my people hang out and what they like to do and stuff. And being a genealogist, I go and join genealogy groups, and I'm able to, somebody will ask a question that needs help, and I'm able to go in there and, I look to see how many comments are there first, and look to see what the comments are, and I'm like, oh my gosh, in one group, I'm like, oh, they have totally missed the point of this. And there was one group where I saw that everybody had completely missed the point of the question. The question was put in there. It was a very simple question that just required a 2-word answer. And but people are given long explanations and what people should do and da 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 da. And I'm like, you have totally missed the point of what they were asking for. So I go in and I said, okay, I've seen the question that you asked. It looks like you are looking for this information here. So go try this.
And do they ever come back and say, "Yeah"?
Yeah, and they did come back and say thank you. But there was another one where I went because when you're talking genealogy and you're talking like the DNA results, there are programs out there that will turn and say, well, you have this many centimorgans in common with this person, which means they are this relationship to you. That is only a guess. That is a guess based on the number of centimorgans. It told me my aunt was my first cousin.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
So I know, and one thing that was drilled into me and drilled into me and drilled into me when I did the DNA course was DNA will prove you are blood related. Genealogy proves how you are related.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, so these things where people are putting up these, where ancestry is famous for, you've got this many centimorgans and cousins, it's possible that this is your first cousin once removed, or this is da 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 da. And I know for a fact that 99% of the time those are incorrect.
Yeah.
So I went on a little rampage in that thing. Nobody commented after me. I shut the place. They didn't close it for comments either. They left it open, but not one person commented after me.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing about Facebook groups is you really want to go into a Facebook group and be as helpful as possible. I mean,
Exactly.
this is real engagement. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't go up to somebody at a party and barge into their conversation, and you wanna jump into and enter a conversation with the intent of having something to contribute
Yeah.
or to listen to what other people are saying. So Facebook is no different, which means and I guess when I'm thinking about AI, Helen, I'm thinking about I already know what I want to say most of the time. And
Mm-hmm.
what I use AI for, especially in a conversational way, I'll say, okay, here's my stream of consciousness. Please rewrite that in a way that I can share with my audience.
I do that all the time because, like you and I together, we've got this very good creative brains between the two of us, and we think very much the same way. Where we have what we want to say, we're just not sure how to say it
Yes.
or how to get it out.
Yes.
And by doing that into ChatGPT, and it goes
Yeah.
and gives us that little short, concise answer. It's like, yes, I don't have to spend hours working on that one thing and giving up on it. Now I can get content out quicker. So it's saving a lot of time.
You can actually be part of the conversation.
Yeah, it could be. You never know in this place.
So, groups do thrive on participation, not performance, as I've already said.
Yep.
And so, what's our practical takeaway then?
Use AI to generate discussion starters, then personalize before posting. So if your group is on underwater basket weaving, what are some topics that relate to that could start a conversation? What are your favorite tools to use and why? What is your favorite flax to use for basket weaving? Or what is your favorite material to use to basket weave? How
Mhm.
do you snorkel or do you scuba when you're basket weaving underwater? You know,
Do you hold your breath for a long time or what?
yeah, exactly. And so get them not just so you want to use open-ended questions. So you can take stuff like that, say to ChatGPT, I want this to create an open-ended question.
Yeah.
And then it will
Yes.
go and do that for you.
Yes. Oh, ChatGPT is also really good at creating polls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Polls are awesome. But the
Yeah.
problem I have with polls is that people will answer, but they won't put in the comments why they answered that way.
Ah,
And you
yes.
can see who answered what questions because their
Right.
faces are there next to them. So it's not like it's a secret ballot, but it would be, please take a vote in the poll and then have a discussion below as to why you chose that one.
Right.
You're asking them another question on top of that. But yeah, I love the polls. I just wish that people would put more information in there because I would love to get a discussion going as to why somebody voted in the poll that particular way.
Yeah, yeah, that would be super interesting.
Yeah, why did they choose National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation as their go-to movie, and somebody else chooses Jingle All the Way? They're both as stupid as each other. They're great movie. Don't get me wrong; they are great movies and
Yeah.
slapstick comedy. I absolutely love both movies, and both of them get watched every December in my holiday movie feast that
Oh,
I fest that I
that
have every December.
that's pretty cool. I've never been a huge fan of slapstick comedy, but sometimes if I see a movie more than once, it starts to grow on me. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
December 1st is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, okay. Well, you know that I love cats, Helen, but I have to say my favorite scene in the movie is when the cat's outside munching on the Christmas lights. I know it sounds so mean, but you can see it
Underneath
happen.
the chair where it leaves its imprint on the carpet or on the chair, one or the other. Yeah,
Yes. All
just
right,
observe.
Helen.
Okay, where are we up to?
Well, the next question is, does AI work for professional audiences? So now we've had our fun. What about professional audiences?
We can still have fun with professional audiences. Yes, AI will help you turn that professional tone, your tone into a professional tone without losing your personality if you have trained it correctly. Professional tone comes from instruction, not the tool.
Mhm.
And the other cool part too is that if you are working on like a training course, yes, it will give you a script that suits the subject that you're training.
Mhm.
An AI can support clarity and structure. So if you're creating those courses, or if you're creating a series of posts to do and all that, it can help create that clarity and structure for you. And the credibility requires human oversight. So
Right.
it will come up and go, here's all the details for this course you want to do, or here's all the posts you want to do on this one topic. You've still got to go through and check the facts. That
Yes.
does not change in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Whenever you're going to post anything that's been AI generated, you have to check every detail. Like if it turns around and says that there is $13 billion spent on this, was it actually 13 billion or was it a different figure?
Mhm.
And then you got to go back to the source that they got it from to verify where they. And a lot of times I will go between ChatGPT and Perplexity
Mhm.
and ask them the same question or ask them to do the same task just to see the difference in them. And the cool thing about Perplexity is it gives me all the sources. Like when you're
Yes,
reading down the
I
list,
love
there are
that.
little numbers after it, and you click on the number and it takes you to that source. It's
Yes.
really cool.
Yes.
ChatGPT, yeah, not so much. ChatGPT does this little hallucination thingy. But if you can cross reference the two together and get like I will take the script from Perplexity, put into ChatGPT. I will take ChatGPT's script and put it into Perplexity just to get and say, can you please look over this and give me some feedback on it? And it's quite interesting what it comes up when it's analyzing. You can also get it to analyze itself as well.
That's also true, that's true. But I will go to ChatGPT and say, "Here, I got this from Perplexity."
Yep. There are times I will tell it that and times I won't. I want to see what its results or what its feedback is on those items. And restraint matters. Don't just get all crazy and go, oh, let's create all this, and there's all this stuff created, and you don't go and check it, and now you throw it into the ether world out there on whatever platform you're using,
Mhm.
or even if it's just for your website, for like a blog post on your website, and you haven't put that credibility in there from the human perspective, boom, your credibility's gone.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Although I have to say, the news aggregators are probably the worst for this. So I've seen a news feed where you've got this headline, which naturally then grabs my attention, right? And I
Hmm.
click on it and I go read the three opening paragraphs and realize the three paragraphs had absolutely nothing to do with the headline.
Yep, been there, done that, and get sucked in so many times because they wanted a hook to get people to open the article.
My least favorite, or how do I say this? The ones I dislike the most. Let me rephrase it that way. When people use quotes by Warren Buffett.
Hmm.
Turns out he did say those things, but not in the context of the article.
Yeah.
And the article usually ends with, "Please buy my investment company. Please invest in my investment solution
Yep.
because I was smart enough to quote Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
So,
Do you know what speaking of Warren, oh, hang on. First of all, this is important. It's the reason that we have to do all of this is because professional audience value relevance and respect.
yes.
So
This
if you're
is
going to
true.
go off and use these people to quote, you've got to use it in context. You can't look how smart I am because I use their quote. Anybody can use anybody's quotes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just out there. But I am looking forward to my boxes of books arriving because in there I have Warren Buffett's Snowball book, which is like about
I
this.
love that one. Yes.
And I'm dying to read it. It keeps coming up in my mind. And it's sort of like, oh my gosh. And I keep one, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just go get on the Kindle. And I'm like, no, this thing's like about 1,000 pages or something. It's like about this thick. And so I was like, just be patient. Your boxes will be here soon. You'll be able to read the book. And then you can sit there with your highlighters and your post-it notes and your pens and go crazy.
Nice.
Yes, I annotate my nonfiction books. And when it's on biographies, I'm in there with my
Nice.
post-it notes. And because, of course, I've got to wait for my post-it note tags to arrive. I have some with me, but not the full suite.
Right.
So, yes, but I'm looking forward to reading that when it gets here.
You'll love it.
So what's our practical takeaway?
So, if you prompt AI to prioritize insight, precision, and value over enthusiasm.
Yep, love that. I love that.
Yes.
And our last question for us today is, how do I avoid reposting duplicates?
Well, you use the equivalent of digital post-it notes. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
I like real colored ones. Look, I have a whole pack here.
Oh, wow, you really do. You
I
really
do. I love
do.
my post-it. I've got a box. I have one box coming down, which is solely packed with post-its, and it's about yay big.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yes.
wow. Super.
You
So,
should have seen the look on my mother's face when I told her how big the box was and what it was full of.
she should have said, "That's you, Helen." All
The
right, so
question was why?
I see. Reposting is easy, but limits reach, and repurposing multiplies impact. So this is good. This is sort of the you're everywhere at once kind of
Mhm.
scenario, which these days is really much easier. So one idea should become many expressions, and the format and the tone should shift by platform, which is kind of what we've been discussing all evening, right?
Yep.
But why is this important? It's important because duplicate content trains platform platforms to ignore you. Not only that, Helen, but I have posted the same thing on Facebook and then turned around and posted the same thing on Instagram. And sometime later it comes back and it says your post on Instagram was rejected. Why? Because it was the same. I don't remember what exact error message is, but it's basically we know you posted the same thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
And by the way, YouTube will do the same thing. So if you really want to share somebody's YouTube video and you post it on your YouTube channel, that's okay. But you had better put the reason why you're posting it in front of it and maybe put something else on the end. Otherwise, YouTube will ding you and probably in a way you won't like.
And also make sure you change the description as well, but give credit to where the original video came from.
Yes, super
Yeah.
important. And
Super.
why wouldn't we do that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I'm sorry. So what's the practical takeaway from here?
the practical takeaway is create one core idea, then ask AI to adapt it uniquely for each platform. There are times with the AI content stuff that we have been creating, there's a little behind the scenes peek for you guys, is we turn around and say, here's the 7 questions, write a blog that answers all 7 questions. And we choose 7 questions each week. And then we turn around and say, okay, we want that broken down into 7 social media posts, one for each day of the week. And we want it on LinkedIn, Facebook, where else we put it? TikTok, Instagram. So it will go and generate the post according to the thing, and it puts 1 question per day. Excuse me, it breaks it down to 1 question per day, and then it puts here's your Facebook one, here's your Instagram one, here's your TikTok one, here's your LinkedIn one, here's your, what are I up to? I think I got them all in there somewhere. And
Okay.
so it gives us 7 individual posts, 1 individual post for each day for each of the 7 questions. So we can
Yes.
just, and then we use Marbleism to then, we actually get Marbleism to do all of this. And then it then goes and schedules the posts to go onto those different platforms for us. And it's basically hands off after that. And then we go in and we say, okay, we want you to take the blog post. We want you to create the podcast for us. What are our
Yes.
questions that we're working on? What are the key points that we need to talk about? And what's our practical takeaways? And
Yes.
that's basically how we get to utilize one piece of information multiple times. And then we can also turn around with the blog and say, we want to turn this blog into a newsletter, and it will create the newsletter for us that we can then email out to our
And a
audience.
LinkedIn article.
And a
It will
LinkedIn article.
rewrite it as a LinkedIn articles because that's different from a blog post. And you know what my favorite thing to say to any of those, Penny and Sunny and Eva,
Yep.
and they say, have you gone over the posts and shall I schedule it? And I can go, yes.
Because we don't allow our AI assistants to post anything unless we've put eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
So it comes back and says, here's all the posts. They're ready to go. Just tell us when and where you want them to go. And so we will go in and read the post, and we might go back and say, hey, this one here doesn't quite sound right. Can you rewrite this one?
Yes.
And then we'll tell it when we want the different posts to go out, and then it goes and schedules everything for us.
Right. Or this image is not quite right. Please
Yeah,
redo
the
it.
image doesn't have anything to do with what the topic is, so go change it.
Yes. Or put our logo in a place where it doesn't cover up the tech,
the text or something. Yeah, so we make sure that the images are correct and the text is correct before we allow our AI assistants to go and post anything. They don't post anything unless we say so, which is kind of nice. So,
Yes.
it takes us a few minutes to go in there and check the posts, but it's worth it because it helps us with our credibility, and it makes sure that we're not putting incorrect information out there, and we don't have images that don't match what we're talking about.
Well, and I don't know about you, Helen, but for me, even if I did before all this, before AI, even if I did create all the content ahead of time,
That was
if I didn't get it posted or scheduled fast enough, then I would sit there and overthink. Well, maybe that's not exact. I don't know what my audience is really looking for. And by the time I did all that, I didn't post anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the same way too. I had this, like, I would go ahead and create a social media calendar, have it in a spreadsheet, have it all worked out. And then it's sort of like, okay, I've got to go and do the posts for this week and get them scheduled. And then it was going in, and then it's like, oh, I really don't, no, I can't find the image. How can I create the image? And so going through like stock photos, looking for the right image. Like I would have in my head what I want the image to look like, and I couldn't find anything, not even closely matches it. And I'm like, how am I going to post this? And by which stage we've spent like 4 hours on the thing. I'm tired. I'm out of there.
Yes.
And nothing gets posted.
Did you save a bunch of images from Unsplash, by the way? I used to scroll through that thing for the coolest images.
I still
And
do.
then
They send me an email once a week. I think that's the one that sends me an email once a week. Here's
Oh,
the new
wow.
images that have been released this week.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the one. One of them does it. It sends an email once a week with the new images that have been put in, or the new images that might work for you, whatever it is that you're doing,
Oh,
based on
well,
what
now
parameters you set up.
with the latest AI video tools, you can put your image into the tool and say, make a video out of this.
I know. And I have got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of images from Unsplash.
Oh, my word.
And then I've
Okay.
got all the images that are available on Canva that are, that are free, that come with the paid program that have the little crown images on them.
Premium.
There's just so many images that I have, and then I get and then I get like Canva AI to go and create images. I will get ChatGPT to create images. I'm working with other AI programs that will create images where you just describe it and it pops it up. And I will tell you this: when ChatGPT started doing images, and this was only about a year ago. Yeah, from what it used to do a year ago to what it does now, night and day difference.
Oh, yeah.
Night and day difference. It is unbelievable. And I very rarely have to get it to tweak any photos now, any images it creates now.
Yes.
Whereas before I was like, no, you need this and then you need that. And it couldn't spell to save its life. Remember when you used to put the text on the image and it would all be misspelled or something like Merry Christmas, it would have MERY. And it's like, no, so it meant to have 2 R's in there. And so then it goes and puts one as a capital, one as a little one. It was a mess.
Yes.
But now it's actually, you very rarely have to correct the spelling on it now. And the writing is crystal clear. Even when Canva came out with AI, the AI tools to create images and stuff just a few months ago, I was pretty impressed with with what they came out. In fact, if anybody got a birthday card for me last year, that was all created in Canva AI.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
I
And
know.
you send the most amazing cards. So
I love going. The thing is, I love creating the greeting cards and then figuring out how can I use them. Or
yeah.
like I'll just muck around one day and just throw in a prompt in there, go create me an image of whatever, and it comes back, and I'm sort of like, oh, didn't have that in mind, but I could actually use that now. How can I use that? Because it's such a beautiful picture and everything else. I need to find, and so that's when I then go and generate my just because cards, where I send out to random people a card
Oh,
just because I can.
yes, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And then I put a little simple, very simple message in. Just wanted to pop in and say, have a super fantastic sparkling day. That's all the message says most of the time.
Aw.
Yeah.
I've been
And it's,
receiving I've been receiving my half birthday cards.
yep. All
That's been
created in
really
Canva
great
AI.
fun. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like I would say, here's what the full birthday card looks like. Now I want to create a half birthday card and I want it to look like this. And even the image on the back for the sparkle mail,
Mhm.
they created it with the person walking
Yeah.
away from the thing, and they had a little Zeffie down in there on the
Oh,
picture.
that's right. Oh.
And so when Zeffie passed, I had to go in and get her taken out of the picture.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was not a very good day, that one.
No. No. Yeah.
But anyway, so just have fun with it.
Mhm.
Create that one core idea, and then ask AI to adapt it uniquely for each platform. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And in we're into our closing now. Wow,
We went fast.
we did good.
Yeah.
AI works best when it follows strategy, not when it replaces it.
Mhm.
Your social media posts are part of your business strategy. AI is not replacing it. It's just working best when it follows that strategy. So make sure that whatever strategy you've come up with social media, that you keep following that strategy. And AI, if you're using the same AI chat for it, it gets used to how you're posting things. So it will ask you questions. Do you want it done this way? Do you want it done that way? Based on what you have done in the past in that chat.
Yes.
So it follows the strategy that you have, then it does not replace it. The prompting is leadership, and the platform matters. So when you're prompting, excuse me, you're coming from a point of leadership base, and then whichever platform you're on, it will then set the verbiage. That's the right word, isn't it? Yeah, the verbiage to what is going to suit that platform.
Right.
Tone matters. The tone of your post is going to matter. You're not going to put something fun and casual and well, I would.
Emotional.
Emotional and all that from something like a Facebook page conversational onto a LinkedIn post, which is business
Right.
and needs that professionalism about it. And your voice still leads the conversation. It doesn't matter which platform it is on. You can have AI adjust it to your voice. So,
Yeah.
so like my LinkedIn posts come out sounding professional, but still have my casual sparkle tone to it.
Oh, you know what just made me think of one more thing, Helen.
Sure.
So, we do our events. You do yours on Sunday. We do this one on Sunday, and then we do an open office hour on Friday.
Yep.
Well, it's some time ago, I created a GPT that would take my event announcements and rewrite them for the different platforms. So when I put it on Eventbrite, or I put it on LinkedIn, or a Facebook event, or my meetup groups, or even I actually for a little while I was posting them on Substack, it would write the same event information, but set it up properly for each one of those different platforms.
That's
So it's a
awesome.
similar thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Meetup is a different audience to what Eventbrite would be. There are different audiences to what your LinkedIn event would be. There are different audiences to the Facebook events. So that's brilliant doing it that way too.
Mhm.
Yes, and don't forget, OpenAI office on Friday mornings at 10 to 11 Mountain Time.
You got it.
If you want more information on that, just send us a private message and we'll get you the link to you. We'll send you the link for it.
Absolutely, and we will publish a recap of this, podcast, uh,
Yes.
tomorrow or anyway, sometime this week.
We're still getting down the structure of all of this,
Yeah.
but that's okay. So in closing, used well, AI helps you show up everywhere without sounding the same anywhere. I love that.
Awesome.
You get to show up
Yes.
everywhere without sounding the same anywhere. And that's the cool part about this thing is that, if you think back to before AI and how it was doing your social media calendar, you had to sit down and spend hours working out, what do I say on Facebook? What do I say on Instagram? What do I say on TikTok? What do I say on and your head was like swimming with all of this stuff at the end. Now it's super easy. You go, here's what I want to say. Create the post for each of these platforms. And it goes, and there's all your posts there for each platform.
Schedule.
Done.
Done.
You put in something like, give me the top 10 themes on this particular topic.
Mhm.
And it goes, here are the top 10 themes or top 12 themes for this topic. Then you say, great, now go write me 30 questions for each topic, for each theme. And so it goes, and there's all of each of your topics with 30 questions underneath each one.
Mhm.
360 questions that you can now turn around to AI and go, take this question and create a social media post for this, 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 and this. And here's the answer to that question.
Yes.
Yeah. Done.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love
It's
it.
awesome. I love it. I have so much fun with it. Okay, so with that, we are out of here. If you want assistance with creating your AI social media posts and coming up with prompts and that sort of thing, just private message us, and we'll be more than happy to set up a free no obligation call with you and go over some of the discuss a discovery call. And if you want, what was the other one? Oh yeah, and then if you want the link to our Friday morning calls between 10 and 11 a.m. Mountain Time every Friday, then turn around and send it up. Just send us a private message and we'll send you the link so you can sign up for that. But with
Yes.
that, we are out of here. Any closing thoughts from you, Teresa?
No, just to mention that our email address is super easy. It's zanekinstudio@gmail.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
And with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkle.